Hello everyone, my name is Alberto and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do a little bit of a more mundane video. Let's say I'm making a tablecloth. I'm starting with this nice fabric, which is a sort of flowery print that I folded several times because I'm making a round tablecloth. In this case, since the table I'm making it for is quite large because it's about 1.8 meters, I had to fold it again several times. Normally, to get around, you normally fold it about in a quarter. What I'm gonna do to measure it is I take a tape measure and I mark the measure I want by keeping the tape firm on the point of the folded fabric and sort of pivot it and rotating it to mark the spot I want to get. And that is the same way you would use to do a circle skirt. It's basically just to get a big round circle. Unfortunately, you cannot see it super well on camera just because, again, the fabric was very big. But you can see I'm marking the edges of the circle and then I'm gonna cut it and get the base for my tablecloth. So while cutting it, what I'm gonna do is also just following intuition, let's say. I'm just gonna correct it slightly because obviously marking it that way you don't get a precise line, you just get some points. And I'm using a waxy fabric chalk, which just disappears with steam. Since I have a lot of fabric left, I'm gonna try to use this corner to make covers for some round bar stools we have as well. So I'm just gonna fold it, measure one that I did previously. As you can see, it's just, again, a circle with an elastic in the edge. So I'm gonna measure it and do the same exact thing I did, but obviously on a much smaller scale to cut a round circle. And that way I'm gonna get all the shapes for my bar stool covers as well. So first of all, obviously I'm gonna cut out all the circles, and to finish the edges nicely and avoid fraying, I'm gonna move on to the overlock machine and overlock absolutely everything. Now, this takes a long time, and depending on the finishing you want to do on your tablecloth is not necessary. But the reason I do it is that the width on my overlock machine is the exact width of the hem I wanna get on my tablecloth. And I do it because it makes it so much easier to turn, and in case with you some stitch got cut, you can correct it easily. Now, as you can see, I got my little cat here. She's here to check that everything works fine. Moving on, now I'm folding the little edge on my tablecloth and stitching it down. In my case, I'm doing a 0.5 edge, which, as I said, is the same exact width of my overlock stitch. So I'm just folding it down all over the tablecloth and stitching it down. Once that is done, I'm gonna fold it over again and stitch it down, still for 0.5 centimeters, and that will be my finished hem. Now, obviously I sped it up because it took forever, but that's it. If you want to finish with a bigger hem, obviously you can just fold it more, but once you've done the first fold, that helps you a lot with the finishing. I did the exact same thing on the bar stool covers with some elastic that I'm gonna put in the fold. In this case, I folded about an inch And then I'm using this big safety pin that's normally for knitting. Attaching the elastic, I'm just passing it through all the way in the little border that I stitched. And once all ends are out, I'm just gonna sew them down. In order to block them, I'm gonna stitch down the little gap that I left. And then redistribute the whole elastic around in order to get it nice and even. And that basically looks like a shower cap, but it's the perfect cover for my bar stools. So here's the final product. We have our bar stool covers. As you can see, it's just a circle with an elastic sewn in to keep it in place. And then we have the tablecloth, which is hemmed nicely, it got pressed, and yeah, this is the final result. Hope you liked it. I know it was a bit different from the usual videos, but I hope it was useful for you because it's one of those things that you never think about, but it's actually something that you use in real life. Hope you liked it. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.